So if you've been following me on social media, you'll have seen that I'm actually going through a current upgrade of my gaming PC right now. That upgrade includes a new motherboard, a new hard drive, an SSD, and a new cooling system. Because I'm going for the new motherboard, it's an ATX format, and I've had to look at getting a new case. And the case that I've chosen is this. This is the Fractal Meshify C, and it's not a bad case at all. So the Fractal Meshify C is actually a bit more of a premium case than I've looked at before on this channel. It's quite heavy as a case. As soon as you get it out of the box, you can actually tell a bit of a difference in the build quality compared to some of the other cheaper brands. And the accessories that you get with it and the extra bits and pieces that you get with it actually do show quite a difference. So the first thing that you can notice is that you actually get a user manual, and this is quite rare for any of the cases. It's on glossy paper and it pretty much goes into every detail of what you can do to the case. Now the one that I've opted for here is the black with the black tempered glass panel, which you can see from the side here, but they do several different versions. They do different colours. You can get a black or a white version of this. You can get one with a clear tempered glass panel and not the tinted version, or you can get it with just a simple steel panel. And we'll take a look around the case and show you what you actually get. So on the front, to go with its name as the Meshify, you get a full frontal mesh panel. Now this panel is steel, so it's quite rigid, and they've given it some great texture look into the front, which really does set it apart from other cases. Just like other normal cases, you've got all the I/O ports on the top, which you'd get for standard, your USB, your power switches and your reset. And the front panel will simply clip off so that you can actually clean all the vents and things. And this panel here, the mesh piece, actually does come out of the case. One of the great features of this case is because it's so open and it's got so much mesh into it, they've actually included a lot of dust filtering, one of which can be found at the bottom by simply sliding out there. Now this is a full length dust cover for the bottom of the case because you can fit multiple fans plus your PSU in the back. And to remove and to insert, you simply just slide it back in like that. If we turn it around to the side, we'll take the glass panel off. I did notice that this one actually has a little bit of a pain really, because it's still got the thumb screws on the glass panel. Now a lot of the premium cases that I was looking at don't actually do this. They either have a door or they have a insert and magnetic strip back. So, but it's not something that will actually stop me from buying this case. If I remove the glass panel, as you can see on the back of the panel, they've actually given it a bit of a trim round, as well as some foam inserts to stop any vibrations, which is another sign of quality. Inside the case, you have a full front that can actually be used to insert new fans. This one in particular will be able to fit up to 320mm fans, 240mm fans, as well as being able to fit a 240, a 360, a 280 or a 120mm AIO radiator. Similar to the top, you'll be able to fit radiators of 120mm or a 240mm or 220mm fans, as well as two 240mm fans. In the basement, it's actually got a full cover end to end with a removable panel for when you're fitting in your 360 radiators. Branding the Fractal Design logo, and it's actually got a bit of a tilt on here, which makes it actually look quite good. Flipping it round to the back, you have pretty much all the standard ports that you would get with any system, including a 120mm fan port at the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 expansion cards, plus your I/O port hole there. Where the power supply actually fits, you do have a removable panel, so you can remove this panel simply with thumb screws. Screw this to your power supply and then slide the whole lot in, which is actually a really cool feature. Just like the rest of the system, the side panel, or the other side panel, has a removable side with thumb screws, which simply just slides off like that. and the steel is actually quite heavy on the back panel as well, so you're not going to get much vibration from that. Flipping it around so you can see into the back, cable management is very simple in this case. There's quite a big channel here, as well as all the space underneath where your power supply doesn't sit, and they give you an extra little box of goodies. At the top here you have a panel where you can fit more SSD drives, as well as removable caddies at the bottom, and this tray actually does slide forwards and backwards for when you're putting in your fans and things into the bottom of the case. The top is just a simple magnetic dust filter, just like many other cases, where you can see that that's where your radiators and your fans will actually sit. So it's pretty standard all around, but the build quality is quite exceptional. If we look in the box of what else they give you, you get all the standard standoffs, extra screws for hard drives, screws and cable ties, which is a bit of a shame that they didn't give you actually Velcro tags, because in the back of the case here, it does actually come provided with logoed Velcro straps. Would have been nice if they'd have included a couple more with them. Got your screws for your motherboards, screws for your power supplies, and they also give you a little wipe for your glass, so you can take any fingerprints off. All in all, I'm really impressed with this case. Now, I purchased this case in particular for its thermal capability. It's rated quite highly because you can get a lot of air through this case because of the mesh, through and out, and that's what I wanted for my system going forward. Now, if you like this quick overview of the Fractal Meshify C, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and I'll see you again soon.